Hey there, grumpy old fart here. I'm doing a Recon the role-playing game story. I'm titling this one Exploring the Galaxy. This is a little bit of advice as well as a story. I did a Recon video a few years back titled actually written 1000, 1,000 games in one. Go and check that one out. My son wanted to do something a little more sci-fi. Now when I say 1,000 games in one, I'm talking about Recon. I'm talking about how easily modifiable it is, and you can modify Recon into just about anything. You just need different skill sets and things like that. But the game is transferable almost anywhere in a modern setting. Okay. My son wanted to do something a little more sci-fi and a little less kill. There used to be a popular sci-fi series based on a hit movie. The movie starred Kurt Russell, and the premise was that they'd found an ancient gateway. You all know what movie I'm talking about. I don't know if it's copyright infringement for it to mention it or not, so I'm not going to, but we really enjoyed watching that. So the TV series that they made. So that was... Anyway, the TV series had a great cast, and the premise was that the U.S. military organized teams of soldiers to use this gateway to explore the galaxy. My son wanted to play in that setting. The vast majority of the skills were easily transferable, and updated equipment was no big deal. The organizational structure and hierarchy was easy to work out. The only real issue I needed to work out was the bad guys. They were pretty well defined in the series, but I didn't want to step on the toes of the showrunners, so to speak, so the team that my son's character was assigned to was sent to explore a specific star cluster, which the bad guys tended to avoid. The bad guys in that star cluster were more original but based in the series. They had unique weapons and equipment, they had their own agendas, and they did not get along with the bad guys in general. I'm not going to go into the specifics, but my point being is I created a section of the galaxy for my son to explore that had original bad guys. It had its own unique problems. It had its own unique... It was a lot more original. Okay? Now, the series was really, really good, but I needed something that would surprise my son in this game. Because he knew all about... He knew as much about it as I did. So I had to do something original. So this is what I did. We had so much fun playing in that genre. And when the 7 stars of that cluster had been played out, his team, which he was leading by that time, was assigned to a starship which Earth had built and sent off to explore the galaxy in the fashion of Star Trek. I had to design the ship and work out the crew. There were multiple dynamics and lots of drama, along with new types of aliens and different civilizations. We ran this game for a long, long time. We had so much fun with it. And this is only one example of those 1,000 games in one out there. And there are tons of others. The only thing the mission director needs to make this work is imagination and a little bit of research. As far as Recon goes, I've talked about this so many times, and I have said in the past to my gamers and to other people, I can run any game, any genre, past, present, or future. And I make that claim not as a boast, but in the fact that I have enough games that are easily modifiable because they're so basic that you can literally run anything, and it's all fun. I have found in my gaming career, which, by the way, next year will make 50 years doing this, I have found that it's not so much the game. You have to have a workable game system. But it's not the game system. It's the people and the adventures. So the how advanced and how complex the game system is not the issue. You don't want it so complex that it bogs down the game, but you want it to be more free-flowing, easy to run. And for that, you need a basic game system. Recon is exactly that. And you could modify Recon into literally anything. There's another, I talked about this in 1,000 Games in One. There's a role-playing system out there called GURPS, and it's really good. But it's good for things in the far future, and it's good for things in the past. And it's good for outlandish stuff like superheroes and things like that. As far as modern day settings with different genres, I've used Recon as like this, like in this particular video, Exploring the Galaxy. I've made detective games where you could play the buddy cop genre. I've done you could do medical, like you could be a doctor in an emergency room treating people. I've done what else? I've done exploration videos around the world, treasure hunting. I mean, in a modern setting with Recon, there literally are no limits. There's no limit to the amount of options you have. So yeah, Recon really is 1,000 games in one. I highly recommend Recon because you can literally do anything with it. I highly recommend it. If you haven't played it, give it a shot. It's very basic and it starts out in Vietnam, but the skills are easily transferable. The game system is so basic you can modify it into anything, and it's so much fun. Yeah. So yeah. Check out my other videos on Recon. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your social media platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including the one pictured here, The House Off Farrago Road. It is a fun story about a house in New Orleans where the monsters all hang out. The housemates are not quite normal. There's a Welsh gargoyle. There's a Russian sea devil that lives in the pond out back. There's a druid. The owner of the house is a descendant of Jenny Greenteeth, the river hag. The owner of the house is a witch. Tons of different things. The house is sentient. And the protagonist of the book is a skinwalker who is a homicide detective. But he's not a normal skinwalker. Skinwalkers are just too tame for me. I had to have a different kind of skinwalker. This guy's family was not well liked by the tribal elders. He doesn't turn into a wolf or a hawk or a bear. He turns into a squirrel. A skinwalker squirrel, yes. And I make it work. My wife has told me this is the best book I've ever written, and I've had other people who don't enjoy reading. My friend Drew, his wife, couldn't put it down. She's chomping at the bit to get a sequel. I hadn't planned on one, but I'm thinking about it now. So yeah, if you enjoy a good book, check out my author page, H.L. Anderson. There's a lot of other stuff there. Hope you find something you like, and I hope you enjoy reading it. You folks have a good one now. God bless one and all.